Hey y'all, welcome to our new show, Retweet or Delete. I'm Sean.
I'm Prince Derek.
And I'm James.
And we're gonna get right into it. So, Retweet or Delete is a game that we play. We're gonna read out some tweets and we're gonna decide we're gonna retweet them or delete them. Y'all ready?
Ready?
Sure.
All right, so our first tweet comes from Tonio the One. Hey Tonio. There's nothing more masculine than bottoming.
Ooh.
I'm going to say retweet. The reason why I'm going to say retweet is because of the fact that bottoming is a full-time job at this rate for some people. I mean, think about it. You have to really prepare yourself. You have to literally go through all that pain and shit like that.
I get the energy behind the tweet, I do, but it's still a delete. Like, for me personally, because it's like, well, our femme girls bottom too, but that doesn't mean they're masculine because they enjoy taking dick. Like, that doesn't make you a man because you take dick. Although, if you should take dick, like you should be.
You should
more
take
men should
dick.
bottom.
I don't know where I fall on this one. I think this year has been a very interesting year for me sexually. So I will say that it does require a lot more work as far as being a bottom. As far as masculinity is concerned, I don't think that masculinity has anything to do with what position you play in the bedroom.
Right.
Because
Oh,
there
yeah,
are femme
100%.
tops, there are masculine bottoms, and the act of taking dick, I can't, say that it's a masculine trait. But it does take a mentally strong person to do it. I just think it's not a game for the weak. There are a lot of men who are afraid of topping, and because they think it's gonna hurt and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so if you were equating being afraid of pain as a feminine trait, then maybe this tweet would make sense.
Right.
Just devil advocate, but that devil's advocate still works for the devil. But I'm gonna have to delete this tweet. All right, so our next one is from Devontae Malik, and it says, "Gender roles in gay relationships. I don't like it." This is a retweet for me because if you're two males in a relationship, two females in a relationship, if you're a male and female in a relationship, I just feel like you all get to decide what your relationship looks like. If people are going to assume roles, then that's something that you need to discuss and work out amongst yourselves. It shouldn't have anything to do with because you're a boy or the feminine masculinity thing.
Right.
Like I'm a man and you're the girl. Like no, we both got dicks here. This is the role I'm gonna play. This is the role you gonna play, and that's how we gonna. This is the responsibilities we're sharing, and that's gonna be that.
Everything you said, yes. So retweet.
Right.
Fuck.
Absolutely. See, I feel like in my experience, most people who do that gender role in their gay relationships or queer relationships, we'll say, right? I feel like they do them because it's easy in a way to conceptualize how they are supposed to be in a relationship, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people have not seen dynamics between queer people in their lives. I feel like and the only way you can draw from experience is draw from the straight relationships that they've seen.
We call that heteronormative rationalization. But unfortunately, in like same-sex couples, people will literally ask you which one's the boy and which one's the girl.
Right.
They do that shit up here.
And it's like neither. We're both men.
Right.
And if they're asking which one's more masculine, more feminine, I always think that in my brain, when you're asking me that, you're asking me how we fuck.
Right.
Like you're not asking me like who washes the dishes and who keeps the house clean and like do we have the whole idea like you work and I stay on, like that's not what you're asking me. You're asking me who's pitching and who's receiving, and it's none of your fucking business.
Okay.
And it's just weird. It's just you don't ask people that when you see straight couples. When you see a masculine presenting woman and her husband who's very quiet, you'll be like, oh, so she's the husband? You don't say stuff like that.
You don't. At all.
So I don't think that it's fair that we bring that type of stuff into our spaces.
Yeah, don't bring that up in here.
Yeah, this ain't that. We're supposed to enjoy the freedom of being queer people,
Exactly.
not
Trying to
bringing the
mimic
same restraints
Yeah.
and oppressive behaviors into our spaces.
Exactly.
And it's liberating too. You get to define it, what it looks like for your own self.
All right. So this tweet is by Abraham. Okay. Hate when y'all imply that someone who's homophobic is secretly gay.
Wow.
Stop doing that. There are literally people who are just pure hate, full of hatred. It's not about the fact they're being secretly gay. You could be 100% straight and yet you're still a fucking hateful ass person.
True. If you're homophobic and you've expressed you're homophobic, I can imply whatever I want to about you because you're the one that's spewing hate, not me. You did it first. I mean, because I'm just petty.
But you gonna retweet it or delete it, girl?
I'm gonna retweet because I feel like we should probably stop, inviting people into the lifestyle that aren't that aren't supportive of it. So when I see people who are literally like homophobic, the first thing in my mind isn't, oh, you must be a closeted or a DL dude or some hurt girl who found out that your boyfriend likes dick too.
No, they're
like,
literally people who are fucking hateful.
Yeah, I'm like, some people are just, you would be a detriment to the LGBT community and you should probably stay the fuck away from us and go fix yourself. Once you have like literally attacked me because of my sexuality, then whatever I say about you to hurt your feelings, then it is what it is. All's fair in love and queers.
All right, so this next tweet comes from Crown Laurel, and the tweet goes, sexual harassment in the gay community is a topic that isn't discussed enough. I'm gonna retweet that.
I'm gonna retweet
I'm
that.
gonna quote retweet
Favorite
that.
it.
I'm comment on that. Like that.
All of it.
All the
All
things.
of it.
All the things.
In our community, there's a lot of sexual harassment. There's sexual assault that goes on, and I feel like we generally don't talk about it enough. And when I say talk about it, I mean we don't talk about how it affects our community and like how it affects all of us on a personal level, on a physical level, and like how it affects our dynamics of our friendships too, and our families and shit like that.
You can be sexually harassed without being touched.
Yeah.
You know, that could be verbal assault happening to you, and that's sexual harassment. If you're talking about my ass, or you're asking me about, you know, my dick size, and you're like, you know what I mean? So that's sexual harassment. And even from people who aren't LGBTQ, straight people will be like, oh my God, like, so you suck dick and blah, blah, blah. Like, whoa,
Like, do you need to know this?
what is going on? Like, you know. So it's a retweet for me.
Yeah, that's definitely a retweet for me. And I think there's another reason why we don't really talk about it as much as well, because there are some very high profile people on social media who do get away with this stuff because of how they look. And honestly, it is really, really disgusting.
We have a responsibility to hold people in our community accountable for the things that they do, especially if it's hurtful and harmful.
You know, we do see something, say something.
Yeah.
And personal accountability, outside of being accountable for other people. And go to the police, get it in black and white. Because that way you ain't got to go back and forth with nobody. You see what this paper say, and I'll see you in court.
All right, so thank you guys for watching Retweet or Delete. As always, follow us on Twitter at QueeredM, on Instagram and YouTube at QueeredMillennial. And I'm Sean.
I'm Prince Derek.
And I'm James.
And we'll see you guys later. Bye.